It's Donovan Everett from Cape Racing, and I'd just like to say it's an absolute pleasure to be involved with Intrabet and Cape Breeders in this golf day today here at Pearl Valley. It's fantastic for the industry to see all the relevant stakeholders coming down and having a good time and networking, and it's exactly what the industry needs right now in terms of moving forward and recreating some positivity to take us forward into the next year.
Race number 6 on the program, Fillies and Mares at 92 handicap over the 1,000 meter trip. And this race here, 3 is the time that it goes off at. Favorite get in the queue, Amarandi at 92, it's Sabatini at 5-1. But before Devon and myself give you our thoughts on race number 6, we've got an interview for you, that with Michael Roberts and Craig Udy.
Yes, as game as she can get. You know, she's only a tiny little bullet. She's well. She loves the turf. You know, she's got quite a bit of pudding to carry, but you know, she's game. She must be in with a good chance.
Sweet Symphony, yes, she's a very nice filly, very fast, and she doesn't mind Greyville at all. As you say, she won there, so we're expecting a good run from her. As I say, she's very, very quick, and hopefully she'll hang on into the placings there. Yes, Sabatini, we thought she just needed that run. You know, we'd missed quite a bit of work here with the rain and everything. And just the last, she actually went past the winner and then just flattened out that last little bit. And she pulled up well from the race, so we're expecting a very good run from her as well.
Yes, you know, I left her in because, you know, I'm battling to find races for these fillies. So she must have a chance, you know, although she is better on the poly, a better form is in the poly. But, you know, I've got to keep them ticking over. I think she must have a good chance as well.
Thanks to Michael Roberts and Craig Udy for their comments regarding their runners here. Now, race 6, 1,000 meters trip. As I mentioned, favourites are getting the queue, Amarandi at 9-2. It's 5-1 Sabatini, 11-2 Adina, 13-2 about Russian Doll, 15-2 and better about those. Now, Devon, for me, I thought a tricky race. I thought quite a few fillies are in with chances here. We heard from Michael Roberts, he does think that both Kalulu, Russian Doll will run well. Sweet Symphony, Sabatini, both nice horses, and they're sure to give a good account of themselves. So after 9 horses, 4 horses have already got chances, just judging by the comments. Then when you have a look at it, horse number 1, Nara, she's a horse that on a day, she can run well, but off form of late, so maybe one to keep an eye on going forward. And yeah, then get in the queue, Keegan gets aboard, she must have a chance. Amarandi, huge runner. Adina, very speedy sort. She's got to reproduce that polyform on the turf, but she could run well, even though taking a step up in class. Stingray held in this lineup here. And then, yeah, Sabatini, Russian Doll. So competitive event. I like number 5, Amarandi. She's 2 kgs better off with Kalulu based on that last start. I thought she ran a nice race. Needed the run. She'll strip a much fitter horse. 54.5 kgs on the back, and she's run behind Live My Life. As I mentioned earlier, Live My Life, a grade 3 winner, beating Captain's Ransom. So that piece of form should be good enough to see Amarandi in the mix here. So at 92 in the market, I think she'll go very, very close to getting that 3rd career victory. But what's your thoughts on the race? Do you have an outright top selection? Yeah, my outright top selection is number 1, Nara. Now, when you look at the rest of the field, many of these runners have very good form, especially number 2, Kalulu from the Michael Roberts yard with Rachel aboard. They've been in great form. This one's looking for a 3rd consecutive victory, won the last 2 starts. That's recent starts. And then if you look at a horse like number 5, Amarandi, also holding very, very good form. And there's not going to be much to choose between number 2, Kalulu, and number 5, Amarandi on recent form. But I've elected to go with number 1, Nara. That's trading at around about 8-1. And if you look at this horse's form, has been running in some really, really good pinnacle races, running in top pinnacle races recently. And if you look at the recent form, the company that it's taken on, it's run 0.75 lengths to Godswood. That was on the 4th of August, quite some time ago. It's ran behind Casa Inverno, Before the Dawn, Heaven's Girl, beaten Alula Star on one occasion, and the recent form 3.5 lengths behind Bartholdi. That form is good enough for me to win a race of this nature, and I just think that this horse possibly needed the last start. So for me, a little bit of value there with Malitselo Kacheri taking the 1.5 kgs off, and he's got the draw over the 1,000-meter trip as well here on the Greyville turf. I think number 1 is the horse to beat, Raheel. Number 1 at around 15-2 in the market. Paul Lafty, Keratile Kacheri teaming up, and yeah, healthy respect for quite a few runners here. But Devon with number 1, and I'm with horse number 5, Amarandi, in what looks to be a tricky affair.
I bet with Interbet only. They're a fantastic site. I've never had any issues with them. They are very professional. There's never a problem. You deposit money, 2 seconds later it's in your account. You withdraw, which I do very occasionally, and I believe it's also 2 seconds it's in your account.